Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and I'm very excited to be going over this one with you guys today. It is the Gorilla Mind Patty's Iced Tea coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we got Gorilla Mind Patty's Iced Tea, inspired and designed by no other than Lean Beef Patty herself. And I'm definitely excited to go over it because similar to what she said in one of her interviews, there really aren't that many energy iced teas out there. And when we look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, we'll see a lot of them out there, but there's not a lot of great ones out there by big name companies. A lot of the iced tea companies are more independent companies or just a generic monster product. So Lean Beef Patty is working with Gorilla Mind to get you a perfectly flavored iced tea. It's definitely something that I've been looking forward to. I've always been a huge fan of iced tea. I drink hot tea every day. And as time has gone on, I have actually stopped drinking a lot of the different iced teas out there because a lot of the iced teas that I used to like a Nest tea or a Lipton tea, do use a decent amount of sugar, and the sugar-free ones taste kind of sugar-free. Some of them use aspartame, which I don't like, and even the ones that do use sucralose still have that kind of diety taste, and I don't think you're really going to be able to get away from that. I do think that these will probably taste a little bit diet because they are sugar-free, but it just ends up being a matter of which iced tea is the best out there that tastes the least diet, if you're someone who doesn't like diet, and still get you a good iced tea flavor. So let's get right into this review. And here's the can. And definitely loving the can. You got some purple, you got some yellow here, if you guys didn't know. Those are actually the Caffeine Man colors too. Not that they're my colors, but they're the colors that I chose for my logo and my theme, because I think it's a great color combination. I think it works really great on here because they also decided to put it on a white background can. Pretty much all of the other cans have a very dominant color on the background. They decided to lighten it up by putting a white background so that you could really focus on the trees that are there and the logo. They got her picture down at the bottom for the collab. With the flowers on the tree, it makes me wonder if they're going to be going with a little bit of a floral note to help out the iced tea flavor to complement it. And if you're not familiar with Gorilla Mind, this does have 200 milligrams of caffeine in it. And if you do want to know about all the amazing ingredients, I actually did a full review right there. There are a lot of ingredients to go over, but this is one of the top nootropic energy drinks out there. They use the highest dosages of nootropics to give you focus and energy, and an overall amazing product. So definitely check that video out. I will include it at the end of this video in case you're just interested in the taste test on this now. But Gorilla Mind has been rising super fast. It is an amazing drink. They've scored well on the Caffeine Man rating chart, which is why I'm so excited to be getting an iced tea flavor. Love iced tea. Let's go ahead, let's taste it out. We have a mostly clear color. It's got a hint, just a hint, a touch of yellow to it. And it's not an artificial ingredient, but with so many great ingredients in here, I'm sure it's just additional greatness that they've added to the flavor. Moment of truth. Definitely smells a little bit more than just iced tea. Curious what that optional flavor is. Like I said, maybe they're giving a slight floral note to it. Taste it out. Can. So for carbonation, they are going a little bit lighter on the carbonation than most of their drinks. This is really giving you much more of a medium carbonation to really make it smoother, to really give you a good iced tea feel. Most iced teas aren't carbonated in general, but because it is an energy drink, they do have a light amount of carbonation to it, but I don't really think it distracts from the drink at all. For your sweetness, I would say that you were getting a, I would say you're getting a medium to high sweetness, closing in on high. It seems like they didn't want to make it too sweet, overpoweringly sweet, and I really think when you have an iced tea, you don't want to go too crazy with the sweetness because not everyone likes an overly sweet iced tea. They like the tea flavor more than any kind of a sugary artificial flavor, so that they can kind of call it like a lightly sweetened iced tea, but definitely enough sweetness to complement the iced tea flavor without going too high. And for your flavor profile, I am going to say it's a high flavor profile on the low end of high, which is also unique to Gorilla Mind. Usually Gorilla Mind really punches you in the face with a super amount of power, a nice high amount of sweetness, a high flavor profile. profile, and this is still a high flavor profile, but it is a little bit more subtle, and I think they are bringing everything down just a touch to make it a really good iced tea flavor. It really goes to show that you don't need to have superior, hit you in the face flavors all the time to have a good energy drink. You can go light and refreshing as a flavor, as a profile, and still be a super solid drink. And when it comes to the iced tea flavor, that's what you guys want to know about. It definitely has an iced tea vibe to it, and it's definitely, because of all that lighter stuff to it, it definitely is a really, really good iced tea flavor. But how is it different than a regular iced tea? They don't actually use any tea in there. So I know a lot of people, when they're looking for a good iced tea flavor, they're usually looking to have tea in there. Some people might be upset by that, but I'm definitely not, because listen, when you drink a peach mango energy drink, there's no peach, there's no mango. And the same thing with all of these flavors. All of the energy drinks, almost none of them, unless you're specifically a juice drink, adding 5% juice. All of these other drinks are naturally or artificially flavored. And I guess if you're looking for a good iced tea flavor, you don't really need to use tea, as long as you can replicate the tea flavor. And they're not going with a strong brewed tea flavor. If that's what you're looking for, they are going with a nice light and refreshing tea. And then there is something else on the back end there. I'm not sure if it's those floral notes complementing that iced tea, but you are getting a little something else extra in there, and it's a good flavor. I do taste hints of lemon in there, but very, very, very minor. I wouldn't say that this is a lemon iced tea. I wouldn't call it a crossover like an iced tea lemonade. It is just a subtle hint. And if I had to give you percentages, I would say like maybe a 5% lemon in there, so you can barely taste it. Your taste buds might not even pick up on it. But when I did look at the ingredients while I was drinking it, because I said, I wonder if they put any lemon in here, they do have a little bit of some natural lemon extract in there to get you that real lemon flavor, but extremely, extremely, extremely subtle. I wouldn't say that it's even complementing the iced tea flavor, because you're getting a solid, nice 85 to 90% light iced tea flavor with some minor floral notes to complement the iced tea, so that you're not just getting a straight, like if you've ever had iced tea and there wasn't anything else in it, you get that harsh brewed flavor. And if any of you drink iced tea and you've ever been to a restaurant, you know the restaurants that you do order iced tea from, and you know the restaurants that you do not order iced tea from. They'll usually ask you, do you want it sweetened or unsweetened? And sometimes those unsweetened ones are just way too strong. Like it's been sitting there steeping all day, and they don't know. They think it's like coffee. They just let it steep all day long. But even then, you get kind of like a burnt dark coffee flavor. You still get that harsh, steeped too long tea flavor. As you go to other restaurants and you're like, I'm going there just for their iced tea, because they know how to make their iced tea. That's what you're getting from here. You're getting the iced tea that they know how to make your iced tea. It's not extremely potent. You're not going to be getting that brewed iced tea flavor. You're going to be getting a nice light and refreshing iced tea flavor that is solid enough that it can be called iced tea. It's still a solid flavor. I hope I was able to explain it. Sometimes when I'm trying to explain a flavor, I sometimes repeat myself and go a little over the top with it. And now that I just had that again, I am getting a little bit more of that aftertaste to it, which is a good aftertaste. You still get this iced tea aftertaste, but I am getting a little bit of those floral notes and touch of lemon on the back end. So I am curious if that lemon flavor is going to stack a little bit. So only way to find out is keep drinking it. It's just really good overall. If you're expecting a super strong tea, you're not going to be getting that. But like I said, you're going to be getting a light and refreshing iced tea. And when we go ahead and take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, a lot of people are saying there's not a lot of iced teas out there. But I'm about to prove you wrong, because that's the Caffeine Man rating chart. That's a lot of iced tea energy drinks. And the thing is, a lot of those can't be found anymore. My top rated one up there is no longer available. And a lot of these other ones are natural teas from companies that actually brew the teas and actually use iced tea. And some of them are just, like I said, your generic ones like the Monster Rehab, which pretty much was your only iced tea option for a long time. And still, pretty much when you go into stores, like Lean Beef Patty was saying, there really aren't that many options for an iced energy tea. Hopefully this one gets into stores, because a lot of the Gorilla Minds have been getting into stores, especially a new flavor like this. Giving all the iced tea energy drink lovers a great drink. I'm going to give this a 9.3. Yes, it is the top up there. And even though that Nemesis isn't around anymore, I still like this one better than that Nemesis one. And I can't say it enough that even though this is the top rated one, there are going to be ones that are a little bit lower down there that do have more of a brewed tea flavor. This one is a solid, light, and refreshing iced tea flavor. Great job to Gorilla Mind. I am glad that I ended up getting a case from them. So thank you so much to Gorilla Mind for sending me this drink in exchange for an honest review. I really do appreciate it. And great job to Lean Beef Patty, convincing Gorilla Mind not to go too strong with this drink, because they go strong with a lot of their drinks. And as much as I appreciate a good, solid, strong Gorilla Mind any day of the week, I will also take this at least once or twice a week as well, because it's still a solid flavor. Like I said, if you do want to know everything about this drink, you can check out that video right there. Tons of great information about this amazing nootropic energy drink that is taking the energy drink market by storm. Probably going to be becoming one of the top energy drinks out there, in my opinion, for the energy drink connoisseurs out there. Still not going to catch up to like Red Bull, Monster, Celsius, but you never know. And to check out a playlist of all the Gorilla Minds, you can check out that playlist right there. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, have yourselves a great day or night.